My name is Dustin Cackley, and I am the Director of Operations for Armatus Reintegration Program. I've been with Armatus for a little over a year since our beginning. My duties and responsibilities as the Director of Operations is to develop policies and procedures and to train and equip our volunteers to conduct our weekly rally point meetings in the 11 TDCJ units in which Armatus serves incarcerated veterans. Some of the curriculums that we teach are anger management, financial fitness, public speaking, and faith-based programs such as the Legacy class through a partnership with Mighty Oaks Foundation. The goal of these curriculums are to set these incarcerated veterans up for success, so when they are finished with their prison sentence and they get paroled, they can successfully reintegrate back into society.
Armatus got started in the prison 6 years ago when I was doing faith-based dorms. And Monty and I was working together, and he pulled out to do Restore, and I went forward with the faith-based dorm. And after that, we saw the need for the transitional housing. And so once I had the vision working at Restore for incarcerated veterans, the first phase was to go inside and work with the guys in the units and get them organized, so once we go into phase 2, we will be able to have a place for these guys to go. And in 2018, that's what we accomplished. By the end of 2018, we were in 11 units working with 400 veterans weekly in 2-hour sessions. So now we're ready to go into phase 2, which is transitional housing, the property, and have a place for these guys that have been vetted, that's been working with us inside the prisons. And they're our clients. So basically, when we get the development center up and running, the things that we'll be offering for them will be wood shopping, welding, small engine repair. These 3 things will be helped sustain once we have it up and running. The guys will come out, there'll be a place for them to have great support, and that's the biggest thing we always realize is they got great programs in TDCJ, but when they get out, they do not have a support system. And the support system we saw at Restore, we're going to use that as a template for this next one for Armatus Development Center, that you have a great support system. You'll be there from 6 months to a year based on your needs. We'll have licensed counselors on staff down the road once we get it up and running efficiently. But basically, it's going to be basically getting these guys in that's really showed they wanted to change inside, now they need a support outside.
My name is Kent Lucas. I am the Counseling Director for Armatus Restoration Project. Counseling in this setting is extremely important as we're dealing with men who are coming back into society who have many times never had their substance abuse needs dealt with. Many of them are coming back with mental illnesses such as PTSD. In our transitional housing, we will address these issues with professional licensed counselors and substance abuse counselors so that we can meet the needs of our clients and make them ready to go back into a real world setting with the tools they need to be successful.
I've worked side by side with Rick for about 6 years now, and I've gotten to know Rick and I fully endorse him. He's a joy to work with. He's got a soldier mentality, go out and conquer. He's got a lot of energy and he can rally people like few others I've ever seen. His heart is for people. He definitely has a desire to see life change in people, and he's willing to do the work behind the scenes that accomplishes the goals of life change. We worked together in the Estelle unit for the first time on the faith-based dorms, and it was a joy to work with him. And over time, I realized that there needed to be transitional housing for men that we were working with. There's a real deficit of this in our country and especially in our state. So I left faith-based dorm and I turned it over to Rick, and he did an awesome job. Not only did he take the Estelle faith-based dorm to the next level, but he started working in other faith-based dorms, getting programs going in other units, and it was a joy to watch him work. So I wholeheartedly support him. I know he's going to do great things, and I'm looking forward to the future with him.
Hello, my name is C.F. Hazelwood. I'm on the board of Armatus. I'm also the pastor at Fellowship of Huntsville Church, and I've worked in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for 35 years. I wanted to speak to you just briefly about why Armatus is a good ministry. There is a great need in our prison system for ministry to veterans. Veterans have served this country. Veterans have done their part to stand up for us when we needed them. And many of them experience traumatic incidents when they're on the battlefield or just in military life. And as a result of that, they don't have any support system to fall back on, and many of them get into crime. And as a result of that, they're in the prison system, and they're just mixed into the population. But within each one of these men is still the desire to be a man and to be what they were at one time in their life. But they need someone to guide them to that. They need somebody to help them along, and that's exactly what this ministry does. This ministry identifies these men, and it brings to them a remembrance of what they once were and what they can be. Offers them hope, offers them guidance, and helps them get back on a productive path again. 98% of the people in our prison system are going to get back out on the street. They're going to be your neighbors. They're going to be in line next to you at the store. They're going to be out in your towns. You can be a part of helping these men turn their lives around, become a productive element of society again, instead of just being throwaways and being left behind because they made mistakes, committed crimes in their lives. They're still usable, but they need structure, they need guidance, they need people that care, and they need hope. And this ministry offers that, and it offers it in a big way. And I've seen the results of it. I've seen the change in lives. And I've seen how these men will get the gleam back in their eye and the pride returns to them. And they remember, yes, I at one time stood for this country and I'm ready to stand again. I'm ready to be a productive part and do my part. And I would highly recommend you support this ministry because you can affect change in people's lives. The people that facilitate this ministry do an excellent job, but they need resources. They need help. And you can provide that. By providing that, you're an active part, whether you're actually going behind the walls and doing the work, or whether you're providing the resources necessary to get the work done, to buy books, to help these men in their study and in their progress and support staff work, office buildings, things such as that. Because there is no offering inside the prison. These men cannot give financially to this. So we're dependent upon you. We're dependent upon people out in the community that want to help, want to be a part of this. And as Paul says in his scriptures, that he spoke of many people that were co-sharers in his ministry. They didn't walk the streets, they didn't go to a single church, they didn't write a book in the Bible. But yet Paul said they shared in all that he did because they supported him. Support this ministry and be a part of this and change lives and help men to become productive elements of society again. And that's what Armatus Ministry does. Thank you.